The curriculum resource that was designed in Assessment Task 1 for this unit looked to incorporate the arts and health and physical education curriculum areas as outlined in the Australian curriculum. The rationale behind the integrated teaching of these two distinct learning areas is outlined on the website. Particularly with reference to the health content descriptors that were explored, the curriculum resource was designed to assist students in identifying their individual strengths and how these shape personal identity, as well as fostering the development of strategies that students can use in situations that make them feel uncomfortable. Reflecting on the process of creating this digital story, I can see that I have had to practice these same skills when it comes to approaching something new for the first time. I feel that this was an important learning experience for me to understand some of the concerns and hesitancy that my students may have, particularly when it comes to engaging with and participating in the arts. My previous music qualifications means that I feel quite comfortable creating music works and teaching arts concepts to a class of students. However, I have far less experience in creating digital works and initially struggled with the idea of creating a storyboard to show my planning process for my digital story, as this way of thinking was not natural to me. However, I now see the value in recognising my struggles with this and the patience and resilience that were required of me to successfully create my digital story. I feel that this experience has opened my mind to the concerns and hesitancies that a lot of educators and students would have when it comes to engaging with the arts curriculum, and with this understanding I can now further appreciate and see the need for the incorporation of the health curriculum alongside the arts curriculum in this resource. The full requirements of the task can be seen on the website. As you can see, students were asked to create an accompaniment and then to wrap a Dr. Seuss book over this accompaniment and perform it in front of their peers. Okay, so when you first log into Incredibox, you'll see that there's a couple of different versions that you can choose from. So I've gone with the Little Miss version for today. So basically how Incredibox works is that these are all of your tracks down here. And to hear what a track sounds like, you just drag it onto a character and you can hear the track. So this one's a bit boring. So when you don't like a track, just hit the X and it jumps back down. So let's try another. Okay, I like that one a lot better. Let's try another one. And let's try you. Okay, so when you're not sure of a track, you can hit this mute button and it silences the character, but you can still have it there so you're not losing track of where it's gone, and you can still experiment with other things in the meantime. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this as my backing track. So now that's all that's left to do is to choose my Dr. Seuss book that I'm going to wrap it along to, and we can go from there. The sun did not shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, cold wet day. I sat there with Sally, we sat there we two, and I said how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house, we did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, and we did not like it, not one little bit. And then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, then we saw him step in on the mat. We looked and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said to us, why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun that is funny. I know some good games we could play, said the cat. I know some new tricks, said the cat in the hat. A lot of good tricks, I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Then Sally and I did not know what to say. Our mother was out of the house for the day. I hope you and your students have so much fun recreating this task. I know I certainly did. And I just think that it's so beneficial to give students the opportunity to incorporate some of the elements of music into their reading. I just wanted to draw your attention to the website, particularly the assessment section. If you scroll down, you'll see that it comes with a marking rubric, which clearly outlines what students need to do to be successful at this task. So if we look over in the green column, which is what we should all be aiming for, we can see that, yes, we did use 2 or more different sounds, so we did tick that box. Yes, we wrapped it in time, which is good. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to complete these last 2 criteria, only because circumstances at the moment meant that I couldn't complete this task in a group. But I think that just goes to show how adaptable this task can be, that it can be implemented successfully as a collaborative project, but also as an independent project. So I think that this is a very valuable resource for teachers to use. I also just want to express, I guess, the importance of teachers modelling this task for students. I think it's so valuable, not only for students to see a potential way of how they might approach this task, but I think that teachers modelling this task for students just also helps to foster that collaborative and supportive learning community that's really necessary for successful music learning in the classroom.